Hi everyone, this is Keith from the Chicago House Youth Program. And since it's around lunchtime, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite comfort foods to have, grilled cheese. Now, before we get started cooking, it's very important that you always ask your parents' permission and for their help when cooking. Now, after they give you the permission to cook and help, the first thing you want to do is wash your hands. So you're going to get your soap, lather up, turn the water on, and wash your hands for about 20 seconds. It's important to wash your hands, especially during these times, but whenever you prepare food, you need to make sure your hands are clean to keep yourself and people you're cooking for safe. Alright. After that, you want to get a paper towel or a towel and dry your hands. And these are the ingredients and the supplies you'll need to make grilled cheese today. So you're going to need 2 slices of bread. Any kind of bread will do. I have wheat bread. You can get I'm using 2 slices of mozzarella cheese. But you can use any cheese you would prefer, pepper jack, cheddar. There's really no wrong choice. You're going to need a little bit of butter, a little square of butter. You're going to need a butter knife to cut the little piece of butter. You're going to need a pan to cook the grilled cheese on, and a stovetop or a hot plate. And then we'll need a spatula to flip the grilled cheese. So first thing we're going to do is cut our butter. And we want to do it on the buttering packages. They have about measurements, so we're going to cut about a teaspoon, which is about that much. Okay. So then if you can see, it should look like a square like this. Okay. Once we have our butter, we want to remember, ask your parents for permission or help. You want to turn on our oven, and once we get it to light, you want to put it to a little. You don't want to put it on very high. You want to put it. My stovetop goes from low to high by 2, so I'm going to put it in about 3 right now. So you want to let that warm up a little. You want to give it about a minute or a minute and a half to warm up. Then it'll be good to go. Okay, maybe turn it a little higher to about a 4, 4.5. You don't want you don't want the pan to get too hot and have the butter melt very fast, because that way your bread will get burnt really quickly. And some people do like burnt bread, but it's really better if the bread is more of a golden. That will give you the best taste out of it, some people say. Okay, so after about a minute and a half, you want to slide on your stick of butter, and then as you can see, it's starting to melt right away. But it's melting at a slow pace, so that's what we want. You want to slide it all around the pan, maybe turn the oven a little bit down. So you want to get it nice and butter around the pan. Again, get your parents to help you if they don't feel comfortable with you doing this yourself. So once the butter is melted, you want to take your cheese and put them in between the 2 slices of bread. And then you're going to put it on the pan and start to let it cook. Now, times differ on how long you should leave a sandwich on each side. I like to say about a minute or 2. Then check it to see how it's doing. And again, you want to get the bread to where it's nice and golden. And again, feel free to press down on it. I know some people don't like to press down on the grilled cheese. I do. They're going to keep this on. And then I'm actually going to cut another little square of butter, because I think this side, it's going to be absorbed through that side, and I want the other side of bread to get another good absorption of butter. So I'm going to cut myself another little square. So feel free to move it around with your spatula, press if you want. You want to make sure it gets that butter, because that's where it gets the flavor from. Okay, so it's been about a minute. Oh yeah. And so I'll show you after I put this stick of butter on. And again, be careful with the butter, because you don't want it to bubble and spray back. Maybe turn it a little lower. So we don't want it to evaporate. We want to get that butter flavor in it. Okay, so now we're going to turn on the other side. And so if you can see here, I'm going to show you a little bit better. It's got that nice golden brownish color, which means the butter absorbed real nicely in it, but it didn't go too long to where it's burned. So again, we're going to leave it about another minute or two on this side. I want to get that same absorption of the butter. Move it around a little, press it down. I also like to take my cheese about 15 minutes or 20 minutes before I start to cook from the refrigerator, just to make the cheese easier to melt. The cheese will take longer to melt if you just take it straight from the refrigerator. And in that case, you have to leave it on each side for a little longer, and that's where you do start to get your bread start to burning a little more. But it looks like the cheese is melting really well. Take a look, and again, be very careful when you do this. Ask your parents' permission and ask them for help before you do this by yourself. So it seems like the bread's all absorbed the butter. Just going to leave it on for a little bit longer so the cheese can melt all the way, because I like my grilled cheese very melty. Okay. Okay, turn off the oven. Take the spatula. And I got a plate right here, so I'm going to put it on the plate. And yeah, again, as you can see, looks very nice, crispy and brown. And there you have it, folks. So I hope you enjoy this comfort food that I've shared with you today. And I'll see you next time. This is Keith Partika from the Chicago House Youth Program. Everyone have a great lunch and a great day.